So, right here, the first thing we have to talk about is OpenAI CEO Sam Altman's just always in the news about something. He's always getting in something. And we know this chip deal with him was going to be so big when he tried to start this new project and this new startup and things. And now there's some news about how much he's seeking for it. And this is why AMD and Nvidia is going to be big. If he's seeking this for his own business, imagine how much money's out there for the other chip companies that are going to be coming around. So before we dive into this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Appreciate it all for the algorithm. Thank you guys very much, and let's see what they got to say.
OpenAI CEO Sam Altman now turning to chips, reportedly looking to raise an eye-popping $5 to $7 trillion for a new venture that would boast the world's biggest chip building capacity. That's the focus of today's Tech Check segment with our Deirdre Bosa. What else do we know here, Deirdre?
Let me first just say that everything about this is just mind-boggling and huge in terms of ambition, scale, investment. This is like the moonshot of all moonshots, and here I'm going to use Google's definition. Something that sounds undoable, but if done, could redefine humanity. That is what Sam Altman is apparently working on here, which also means that this should all be taken with some amount of skepticism. A lot would have to fall into place. So let's just start with the number. According to the journal, this could require up to $7 trillion. That is
So $5 to $7 trillion is insane. The other episodes we started really getting into how much these companies are really worth and how much money they're bringing in off of certain projects and stuff like that. But this is insane. Like, we haven't hit a number yet in this podcast, especially this year, reviewing numbers in the trillions. The trillions. This is insane. This is crazy. It's unbelievable. I almost can't believe this. Like, and you can see the statistics here. They're about to die in here. They're expecting the size of chip sales to probably 7x, which is probably true. I can agree with that. But not only for you, sir. This is going to be for NVIDIA. This is going to be for AMD. Two companies that we've been reviewing a lot recently. Definitely AMD. AMD's been doing numbers this year already. And he thinks he's going to get 7 trillion? If he does, I'll be surprised. And like, even you can see it here. They say it's more than Apple and Microsoft's market cap together. And guess who's a majority investor in OpenAI? Microsoft. So they asking for money, and it's a quarter of the United States GDP. That's how much money he's talking about for this whole vision as far as this chips. And it's mainly for his startup alone, I'm assuming. I don't know if he means chip. We're going to listen more. I don't recall if it said just for his startup thing, but it says for new AI chip projects. So I'm assuming it's for his startup alone. $7 trillion. Does that mean that NVIDIA and AMD, they bigger? They already more popular and stuff like that. Does that mean they need 10 trillion? I'm just really curious how that's going to work out, because this is a lot of money to really deal with. And it's really shocking and surprising. Just such a large number was thrown out there. And when you see their majority owner, Microsoft, there helping investor, and it's way more than that evaluation, you can only speculate how much the industry is going to change in the next 7 years, 6 years. Yeah, 6 years, 2030. So let's keep seeing.
7 times the expected size of chip sales in 2030, more than 5 years away. It's more than the combined market caps of Apple and Microsoft. It is 7 million millions, and here it is written out, 12 zeros if you are counting. We had to make it big. Now, the project itself is aimed at reshaping the world's chip building capacity. No small feat. Altman is going after one of the most complex, expensive, and geopolitically sensitive industries in the world. And it is a project that would create an equally complex partnership between OpenAI, chip makers, investors, power providers, and governments. Now, the most interesting...
Wait, I thought... What is Vanex semi? What is this? I'm confused why they're showing them, because This is where we look stuff up, guys, because I don't know everything in the world. And relationship. Is that their company's privately traded numbers? I spelled it wrong. This is an ETF. This ain't an ETF. Numbers are a little bit off. But kind of similar. Yeah, that's where it peaked and now it's going down some. Yeah. What? I never even knew what this company was. Or this is crazy. What is? I want more information on the actual company. That's what I want. I want information on the company itself because this is wild. I was confused because I thought OpenAI was privately traded company, and I thought they were privately traded, and so I am going to actually look into them more because Nvidia and them, they have their own stock stuff. And I thought the company that he was starting was a startup. So I don't know if they're showing this company. I don't think he has a relationship with this company. I think they're showing this company to show what and to dramatize his ask for AI chips. I think they're showing this, and we're going to go into more about AI chips later. I think they're showing this to dramatize what his ask really is. As you see, this says 1 year growth. I just want you to see something. This is year to date, 15%. So from him releasing this news and stuff, there wasn't nothing that was like too crazy of a jump, but they want to show big numbers on the screen. So this is the big numbers that they're trying to show people to show the amount of growth that's been going on for a certain company. So that's what I think they're showing this for. I don't think they're showing this for any specific reasons and things because OpenAI is private and the startup is only beginning. So there's no way it's on a New York Stock Exchange and no way it's private already because he just started that venture at the end of last year. So yeah, this is definitely just like another probably like manufacturing place or whatever. I don't know who they are just yet. So I'm going to look more into that. I didn't see this video prior. So I'm definitely going to look into more of what this company is and to try to confirm if that's the reason why they pulled this up.
Investors, power providers, and governments. Now, the most interesting is perhaps the why. OpenAI and Altman, they're on a quest to develop AGI, or artificial general intelligence, which OpenAI defines as systems that are broadly smarter than humans and therefore have the ability to teach itself, thereby creating new, even potentially smarter AGIs. That will require vast amounts of chips, already in short supply as the generative AI cycle gets more underway. So far, of course, Microsoft has been funding OpenAI's development to the tune of about $13 billion. That is potentially just a tiny, tiny drop in the bucket. $7 trillion would require capital from even bigger sources than the mega caps, like sovereign wealth funds in the Middle East, with trillions of dollars in assets. And that raises one of many, many questions, guys. If semiconductors are an issue of national security, which we know they are, would you let Abu Dhabi, Middle Eastern nation states, get a foothold? Other questions like the development of chips, something that is clearly very, very difficult to do. Everyone's been trying to create a GPU to rival that of NVIDIA's, and it's been tough going. Can Altman do it, even if he has the support of TSMC and others?
That is insane. I have to say, like, literally that video portion is literally insane because, like, if you think about it, like, $13 billion is a ton of money. It's so much money and they're talking about that's just a little drop in a pond. And it's kind of curious because a few weeks ago we even talked about with Palantir's interview, CEO interview or COO interview. What was his name again? He was talking about like using this stuff for like defense and things like that. But now she's bringing up possible harms of what it can do if certain investors can do input money in because he's he's doing such a large ask, and I actually think that valuation will be true in the future. I just don't think there's enough money out there. Well, there's probably enough money out there, but how quickly it is going to be for him to get that money? Can he do it in 7 years' time? Like Amazon's already, I mean, not Amazon, Microsoft has already given them 13 billion year to date. Since last year, it hasn't even been a full year yet, I believe, from their first initial investment. They've given them $13 billion to help them out. And I just find it insane the amount of money they're talking about for this whole AI business and how much it's changing all these companies and growing from there. I really find it so insane how crazily quick it's growing and stuff. So that's amazing.